Hi, my name is Laura Zukowski, and I live in Louisville, Colorado. I started out my career as an attorney, and I was intent on using my background in environmental law and policy for the good of the planet. And almost 25 years ago, my heart was filled with hope that I was going to someday be this policy queen to combat the emerging plastic pollution problems and climate change. But I had some issues. I owed an enormous amount of school debt, had a baby on the way, and I decided it would be best to find a regular job. And unfortunately, it wasn't in the area of environmental law. It was much more lucrative. And in essence, I sold out. I was hired as a project manager for a large financial services company in Chicago. 10 years and four babies later, I finally had to quit because I had paid my loans off and my stint in corporate America was crushing my soul. So it was a tale of trying to juggle too many plates, realizing that I needed more flexibility. So I started a small fitness based business that allowed me to be independent of my long commute and the oppressive feeling that I was outsourcing everything in my life: daycare, cooking, cleaning, being emotionally available to my family. I was exhausted and I just wanted to feel present, not robotic anymore. So in 3 years, I sold my franchise for a profit to one of my members who was also a mom. And I became a yoga instructor, a personal trainer. I even flipped homes. But everything was a side hustle until 2020, the pandemic. It was then I decided to find something meaningful again, something purpose driven. So literally, the world was burning down around me. No, really, there were wildfires everywhere. So I started to comb the internet for ideas, and I knew I needed to find something that could support work life integration. So I kept seeing really interesting jobs that required some level of social media marketing experience, and that's nothing I had. So I could probably teach myself something from YouTube or watch a free webinar or pay for one of those master classes somewhere. But I quickly realized that I just needed a springboard, something meaningful that would actually have me do the work. And so I opened an email for a seminar on resume writing tips and how to put your best foot forward on LinkedIn. And that's where I saw Emily Hay from Hey There Social Media. She was featured as a speaker, and she outlined a few great ways to tell your story and some writing tips, but then brilliantly segued on how this was similar to a career in social media marketing. And I just liked what she had to say. She spoke directly to the issues that so many women face when reentering the workforce, or perhaps just trying to stay in the workforce. So, whether it was 25 years ago or during a pandemic where virtual is the norm, the issues facing women are the same. We're also desperately trying to find ways to balance the needs of our family, our own physical and mental well being, and finding meaningful work. So, two of the biggest benefits from being a part of Hey There social media training were number one, the hands on training, and number two, the overwhelming support from the Hey There team and fellow students. So, the training was a combination of Zoom meetings, video demonstrations of the materials, and they provided practical application of how to start a social media marketing business. We learned how to prospect new clients, create business proposals, develop the hard skills needed to execute the work, and so much more. In meeting with the other participants, I quickly realized that we were all striving for excellence in our work and in our lives, which folds into the second benefit, the support from the group. Many of the graduates jumped right in. Some of us had a practice client, like a friend or a group that just needed to jumpstart their social media presence. Others dove right into having paying clients. And the interesting thing is that the group was there all along. Emily's team provided a Slack channel for us to use where we could exchange our ideas, the challenges we were facing, discuss new topics in social media marketing, and even offer prospects for new clients. In a way, it developed into an unofficial apprenticeship, and the group is supportive. And I know this is going to sound silly, but as moms, don't we all kind of want, let's say, Julie Andrews as our nanny from The Sound of Music? I mean, encouraging us to climb every mountain, even if we have to do it in our ponytails and sweatpants. Instead of apologizing for our responsibilities to our families, whether it's helping kids with online school, running errands, or finding time to exercise, we embrace the hardships and the challenges with a sense of sisterhood. And we all want to have a business, be our own boss, make a living, set a good example for our kids, and be a leader. And we can make the time for what's important too, to be successful at building something from scratch and nourishing its growth with smart women around us to lift us up, cheer us on, and celebrate those wins. So, business and social media marketing is flexible, fulfilling, mobile, and it can be lucrative. It's truly about what you put into it that matters. It's what you get out. But having the tools and the training and the support from Hey There social media team, it's unique. And I would highly recommend, and I would consider it as a program for anyone wanting to just jumpstart their career.